this is such a crazy thing.
When I see this character, it hurts. It hurts.
That's your problem, not mine. Huh?
Zwarte Piet is the servant of Saint Nicholas. It's a saint that's whose good deeds are being remembered on the 5th of December.
It does look like Zwarte Piet is kind of a slave of Sinterklaas.
That is actually how we see a servant, or how in those 18th, 17th centuries they used him as a servant.
It's a tradition here in Holland for years and years and years, and there is nothing racist in the story with Zwarte Piet. So, well, if you want, you can see it, but if you, I think that's there's nothing really going on that point of the story.
In the Middle Ages, black figures were supposed to be the devil, and maybe a devil was also a servant of Sinterklaas. They were bogeymen to frighten children.
In the 14th and 15th century, it was the representation of the devil. But if they think that we still think that they are the devil, then they should be much more civilized.
First he had like helpers that were supposed to be the devil, the evil that he had, how you say, that he had conquered. So what's quite interesting is that the helpers of Saint Nicholas, who used to be first the perceptions of the devil, the droes, because the devil was also, of course, in their perception a black, the African, the heathen. It became because of, I think, slavery and colonialism, it became the black servant.
He looks like the way the slaves were being portrayed, as dumb, as joyful, always laughing and making jokes, but with little intelligence. I was almost 10, 9 years old when I came here. In that time, this was in '64, there were not many black people in the Netherlands. So even without Zwarte Piet, I was, you know, a rare kind of person. And I had to explain why my hair was the way it was. But especially during the Sinterklaas and Zwarte Piet period, yeah, of course, I had to, I was being called Zwarte Piet all the time by all kinds of children.
It's just because of the chimneys and not because of their skin color.
Because he always had to go through the chimney, you know, to leave the presents behind. So we're not talking about the Negro or whatever it is.
Well, according to the Dutch, he is just somebody who got black because he had to go through the chimney to bring the gifts to the children. But I wonder if a white person goes through the chimney, how they come out with thick African lips, African hair, and talking like an African, at least the way they think an African should talk.
He is black, but he is Moorish. And there's a difference between the Moors and the Negroes.
It's the adventures of three thick, black, shining little niggers on the road by Mr. Piet Broos. And on this page You see here that one of those niggers is reading the newspaper, and he has an ad that asks for 3 strong servants asked for a journey to the Netherlands by St. Nicholas. Personally come to the St. Nicholas Island. It's urgent. Here on this page you see how St. Nicholas has taken them to become Zwarte Piet and become his servants. So this is the proof that Black Peters are actually from Niggerland, and Niggerland is Africa. The strongest enemy of the people who want to banish Zwarte Piet is, of course, commerce. Commerce grows and blows, and you know, with Zwarte Piet there's a lot of money being made on Zwarte Piet. I mean, there's hardly any store that doesn't use the image of St. Nicholas and the Zwarte Piet to sell their stuff.
I saw chocolate figures of Zwarte Piet in some stores, and I was truly shocked. I think that, how is this possible? I have also this personal love for Zwarte Piet. It's not easy to admit. Well, I've enjoyed Zwarte Piet all my life, and now after all these many years, I'm presented as a racist. There's an emotional reluctance to do so.
Well, first of all, I don't see a reason why tradition, 16th, 17th century, or even earlier, should change. Because, well, some people are think that we are offending them. That is absolutely not true.
When we are in Holland and in Europe and you say everybody is equal, how can you explain it to people, and especially people from abroad and to the United Nations? How are you going to explain to them that you want to do something about racism and discrimination while you have a tradition where you show that white is superior and black are inferior?
I have examples of Dutch white friends of my children who were afraid of black people, you know, real black people. They associate black people with a real dark skin. They associate them with this Zwarte Piet.
If they can give me one reason why we have to change it, we will listen. But is there really a reason to change it?
It's in the mind, so we have to clear the mind.
I think nothing will be changed unless there is some outside pressure.
So I want people to ask Holland to stop